sitting round feeling down in the dumps. Found his joy in nature, out busting his rum to share his joy with others. This is what he wants. His name is Jolly, and these are his jaunts. Yoo-hoo!
Howdy folks, and welcome to Jolly Jaunts, where we are dedicated to inspiring and enabling you to connect with nature to strengthen your body, mind, and spirit. My name is Jolly, and as always I'm joined by the real star of the channel, Max the Wonder Dog, who will make some appearances throughout the video. Each week we share a video from one of our many adventures, along with some practical advice for connecting with nature, a short mindfulness practice at the end, and links for further learning. In last week's episode, our channel introduction, I shared with you that simply viewing images and videos of nature yields many of the same psychological and physiological benefits of being out in nature. I invite you to consider checking out last week's video to learn more. Now, as I said last time, the idea of getting outdoors can seem overwhelming for many. What's more, there's a whole variety of challenges people face that may affect their opportunity and ability to get outdoors. The good news is, simply through viewing videos like this one, you're taking care of your body, mind, and spirit. We intentionally chose this as our starting point as we want to begin with something bite-sized and accessible for most everyone. This leads us nicely into today's episode, which is titled, Take a Bath. Now certainly personal hygiene is an important part of self-care, but today we're going to be talking about something different, force bathing. Force bathing is a translation from a Japanese term, shinrin-yoku. It's a beautiful way of saying something we all know implicitly. That is, being out in nature is therapeutic for the body, mind, and spirit. I want to be clear that force bathing is not exercise focused. It instead promotes intentionally connecting with nature through our senses. And here's how it works. So you find a quiet spot out in nature, turn off your devices, and then begin to slow down, relax, and take long breaths. You can do this practice sitting, or if your body allows, standing and wandering. Next, you begin focusing intentionally on your senses and connecting with and experiencing what's around you. I encourage you to let your body and curiosity be the guide. Investigate what piques your interest and use your whole focus and attention in experiencing it as fully as possible. It's inevitable and normal that your attention may wander away from the experience at hand. When this happens, note it. I'll say to myself something like, oops, I'm back in my head. Let's go back to the here and now. And then gently ease your attention back to your breath. And from there, back to your senses. The benefits of force bathing are similar to viewing photos and videos of nature, but there are of course the additional benefits of being physically present in nature. It can reduce stress, help you relax, boost the immune system, lower blood pressure, as well as improving concentration, memory, and sleep. If you want to read more about force bathing and its benefits, I've included links in the description below for further learning. I want to say again that it is perfectly normal for your attention to wander. This activity isn't physically challenging, but it can be mentally challenging, especially depending on how you approach it. To explain, I used to find myself getting frustrated and even angry with how often my attention would wander. I used to characterize it as me fighting against my brain. Now I try to simply laugh at myself and accept it as part of the process. This has helped free me from much of the stress and anxiety I was having regarding the practice. The challenge hasn't changed, but the way I view it has, which makes all the difference. There will always be things internally and externally trying to pull your attention, and it's normal to sometimes get caught up in them. At the end of the day, force bathing is another form of mindfulness practice. I'll expand more on mindfulness practice in the coming videos, but to provide a simple definition for now, at its core, it's fully paying attention to what's happening, what you're doing, and the space you're moving through. It seems simple, but if your mind is anything like mine, then you may find yourself at times almost disconnected from your body and instead caught up in anxious thoughts of the past and future. Mindfulness is an opportunity to bring intention to our attention by choosing an active focus in the present and practicing maintaining it. Let's take an opportunity to practice some mindfulness together now. At the end of each of our videos, we always take 1 minute of quiet time for mindfulness practice. As we prepare, I want you to try to begin to slow down and relax by taking a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. When I say let's begin, I want you to practice focusing on your senses of sight and sound, what you see and hear in the video. If you find your attention begin to drift, note it gently and kindly, and then bring yourself back to your chosen focus. Okay, let's begin. Thank you for sticking around until the end. If you're new to the channel, we invite you to consider subscribing and liking the video as it helps us out a ton. Try to take an opportunity this week to take a bath in nature, and until next time, this is Jolly and Max offering you our love, empathy, and compassion. We promise you, you're worth it, folks.